It is time for Caledor to rise once again.
Welcome to the channel, guys. I am War Master Moloch, and this is a campaign start guide to Tier 1 Dragon Simp and long-time subscriber to Meow Ying's OF account, Imrik of the Knights of Caledor High Elf faction in Total War Warhammer 3's Immortal Empires campaign, on Legendary difficulty, of course. If that sounds like your kind of thing, then subscribe and hit the bell, because I've released several of these guides and more will be coming soon. It's safe to say that Imrik's campaign in Warhammer 2 was notorious for being one of the most challenging in the game, thanks to a difficult start location surrounded by enemies. Well, buckle in, folks, because it hasn't gotten any easier in Warhammer 3. If anything, it's gotten a little harder thanks to having Tretch over here, Kugath down here, and Gorst over here, all nearby and all hating your guts. Oh, and now there's a certain race to the north and the northeast of you called the Chaos Dwarfs, and they love to bomb the crap out of you, and because they're a recently released DLC, they're OP as hell right now. So this is the time to learn how to fight this campaign. Welcome back to the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. Now here's the thing, this campaign appears brutal on the surface, and certainly if you don't know what you're doing, then you can be drowned in enemies really quickly. However, it's all about enemy selection, cautious expansion, and high-stakes gambles. Now here's how we're going to go about it. Imrik's first enemies are the Clan Helheim clan of Dwarfs. Now they're not hard to deal with. They've only got 2 settlements and 1 army. You can take them out very, very quickly. And then it becomes a matter of which direction you're going to expand in, because it's not like you're short of enemies in this area. Who we're going to go for straight away is Drazhoath the Ashen, so we can wipe out these Chaos Dwarfs here before they become super powerful and really hard to deal with. Basically, we're dealing with a problem early so it doesn't become a bigger problem in the future. And then we're going to go west and we're going to take out Tretch Craventail, while also holding on to our territories from the east by just holding an army at the Black Fortress and the Sentinels, so that anyone who comes up against us, like Goldtooth or maybe Helm and Gorst, gets taken out relatively simply. That is the plan. Take out Drazhoath, go after Tretch, hold the east, but expand west until we've taken out the major enemies that we've got here, and then we can start looking at going into these mountains and taking out the Vamps, the fat Chaos Boys, and the fat non-Chaos Boys, otherwise known as Ogres. So, that's the plan. Let's start with our first battle. Now, as you can see, you can auto-resolve this, and you can actually also auto-resolve the settlement battle that comes immediately after that. I don't recommend doing it, though, because the casualties mean that you'll be slowed down in your attack against Drazhoath. So I recommend fighting this battle and then auto-resolving the second one, because that's the best balanced way to go about it. So I'll show you the nuts and bolts of how to fight this battle. I don't really need to show you the whole battle itself, but I'll tell you how it is you should go about fighting it to get minimum casualties. Now what you've got to deal with here in this battle is that they've got a massive range advantage over you, as well as being a lot tankier than your forces. So you've got to find a way to deal with their grudge throwers, deal with their quarrelers, and then just gradually wear them away while avoiding the Dwarf Lord, because Dwarf Lords are a real pain to deal with at any level, but especially turn 1. So what we're going to do, we're going to negate a large part of their range advantage by positioning our main forces back here, our infantry at least. We'll put the Dragon Princes in the trees. Imrik and the Dragon team up there, and our Spellcaster goes here. Now what she's going to do is she is going to antagonize them using fireballs to make them come forward. I'll show you. So we speed this up a little bit because I don't particularly want to waste time watching these guys walk around. I'm going to aim for the Quarrelers because they're the biggest threat overall, aside from the Grudge Throwers. And now I'm going to run our Dragon Princes over to this grove of trees here. So we got 8 kills out of that. Obviously, her magic is very basic, but it's there and we should use it. I thought for a second they would manage to miss that fireball entirely, but we got away with it. Okay, so our dragon princes are concealed. We're just going to get them right to the edge here because we want them to avoid the water when they charge. When they do attack these grudge throwers, they will be under fire, so we want to make sure that we have the drop on them effectively. Let's go for that unit, see if we can get a bit more kills with the side swipe. But as you can see, they've come out and started to attack now. Yeah, we did get more kills from the side swipe there, 3. And we're just going to use our speed advantage here. As you can see, the grudge throwers are aiming at the dragon because that's considered to be the greatest threat. And we're just going to let these guys chase us around because we're a lot faster than they are. Solid, 19 out of that one. Right, now the dragon princes loop round the back to charge the grudge throwers from behind. Because they're now unattended. As you can see, they're going to turn around now to start trying to fire on our dragon princes. And we'll take these guys round to here because we want to make these guys run around. There we go, and we'll charge into those. Get the spellcaster back there. Just loop these round because these grudge throwers are going to be gone before anything else becomes a factor. Turn around and shoot them while we got the chance. As you can see, victory is already classed as being within our grasp. And there we go. The grudge throwers have been shattered. Now, really, you know the score here. You don't have to do much at all except for split these units up. These are coming under fire. You can take it from here, guys. You don't really need to see the rest. And there we go. As you can see, by just dividing them all up, getting them in different locations and picking them off one by one, we've managed to get through this with no casualties whatsoever and just a little bit of damage to Imrik and the dragon and the fire mage. Job done. Nice and easy. Obviously, I go for money here because we've taken no casualties and the experience doesn't matter that much. And then we will just auto-resolve this. It's easy. You can do the same thing if you want to, but you don't actually need to here. Like, these guys are even less threatening. They've got no artillery. They've got no quarrelers. But as you can see, damage is absolutely minimal. If you auto-resolve both of those battles, you'll lose a unit of spearmen. That doesn't hugely matter. It's more the replenishment of your dragon princes that will matter long-term. We're going to loot and occupy here. Not so much for the money, but because we want to provoke the rebellion at Fortress of Vorag as soon as we can. Now, for Fortress of Vorag, demolish that recruitment building. And then we're going to go for this building here because we'd like to get a noble early on. Don't bother repairing anything at the Bone Gulch. Let it rebuild itself, basically. And go for this one, Grave of the Dragons. That one is very valuable to us because it reduces the upkeep on our dragon and dragon princes, gives us extra control, and gives us some extra income. So we definitely want that. For Imrik, get Root Marcher and Bonded Service. And recruit yourself 2 more units of archers. And for her, we're going to go Fireball, and we're going to go the Burning Head. She got more experience, presumably because of the number of fireballs I threw out in there. I used all of her magic on fireballs. She got plenty of kills, so that means she's got the Burning Head early, which is great. You'll get to it eventually, even if you don't manage that in the first couple of battles. Now, go for Archery Prowess here. That's your first 5 turns sorted out for research. And we can go from there. Now, turn 2 is a very simple one. We just take Imrik to here. And we recruit another couple of units of archers. And here, you want to go with growth, because we want growth for the Bone Gulch and Ashridge Mountains. You want as much growth as possible, because the sooner we can get Fortress of Vorag up to tier 3, the better. End the turn there. Alright, we're on turn 3, and this battle here, you can auto-resolve this. We're going to be fighting some battles manually afterwards, but this one you can auto-resolve safely. Because there's no real additional benefit to fighting it manually. We're going to loot and occupy. And that means we're going to get the rebellion at the Fortress of Vorag this coming turn. Don't repair anything, let it repair by itself. Imrik, bonded service, and then recruit 2 units of archers. Michaela, we're going to put extra into the Burning Head. Now, here, have a look at your nobles. The noble building is kind of a high-stakes gamble because it's not cheap. It's 2,000 gold for very early in the campaign. But if you get a good one whose trait is not going to negatively affect your entire faction or your entire area, then it's worth going for. So here you've got Inattentive. You definitely don't want that. You don't want that recruitment cost nerf. But Petrified is good, so charge bonus -5. I say it's good, it's not good, but it doesn't matter. Who cares about the charge bonus in his army? We're going to be giving them archers mostly. Now, we're going to choose an Archmage here. Now, I like Life, Metal, and Beast Magic for this. There are others that are good. Death Magic's not bad. But the main thing I want is either healing for our dragons or metal magic so that we can get a cheap bombardment. Remember that we've already got good fire magic for wind spells. So we're going to choose accordingly. Let's have a look and see whose traits are not terrible. So for life, incompetence, terrible. We don't want that. Enervated's not bad. That means that she just has extended target range. She has to get closer, basically, to cast her spells. The metal magic... that's terrible. That's terrible. Beasts. That's okay because I don't want to fight that much. And that's terrible. We're just going to go with the Enervated Life Mage. Forget about her spellcasting range. We just want her to heal things. And now we're going to put the Rally Citizen Militia Edict Commandment, whatever the hell they call these things now, in place there so that we can recruit faster and at a higher rank next turn. That's the end of the turn. Okay, so the Dwarfen General, Clan Helheim, the last of them, has shown up. So we're going to bring Imrik to there. Put the Noble in Larission's army here. And we're going to auto-resolve this because no extra benefit for fighting it manually. That's the faction wiped out. And now we're going to get her close enough that she can join in the battle. Imrik, let's give him maxed out bonded service. And now we're going to fight this army manually because we want to drag as many battles out of this army as we can. That auto-resolve is bullshit anyway. But we want to fight this manually because you can get 3 battles out of this rebel army here. Obviously, you won't need to watch this because this is a doddle. But yeah, fight this one manually. Don't auto-resolve it because that will wipe the whole thing out. And we'd rather have the money and experience while we're also getting the time to do some more recruitment. Right, take the money. And don't do the follow-up battle because you can get 1 extra battle's worth of money and experience here. We have Imrik there. We're going to have him do recruiting of 3 units. And Larission can just go there so that we're all nice and close together. We're going to go Awakening of the Wood for her. Weapon Master for him because he's mostly going to be tanking for us. For Imrik, we're going to go 1 into Merchant Lord. And for the Flame Spellcaster, we'll go Burning Head. And that's all we need to do this turn. Okay, so we're into the next turn. I forgot to unpause before I ordered the attack, but this is the only thing we're going to do. We're going to attack that rebel army again. Nice and easy. Again, Manual resolve it, don't auto-resolve it, because we can eke one extra battle out of this. Take the money again. Then we'll just get Imrik to there. And we'll let Larition lead this one. Very little money, but a little bit of experience for us there. Then Imrik, we're going to take up in this direction. We're going to take 3 units of archers, and we're going to send her running up in this direction as well in forced march. We'll give her Earthblood. We'll give the noble hard to hit. And we'll go for Kindle Flame for the spellcaster. And that's turn 5 done, guys.
Trained by the White Tower. For Hoeth.
Now we'll take Larition out of forced march stance, and we're going to swap 3 units over to her. We're going to do that because Imrik's recruitment is cheaper, so we might as well have that for 1 extra turn. Move Imrik to there. 3 units. And then Larition to there. Extra hard to hit for her noble. For research, just go for militia training, just to get some extra recruitment rank for those future archers that we'll go for later on in the campaign. End that turn there. Now Imrik is going to go into encamp stance, and he's going to get all the way to there. And as you can see, there's Drazhoath at Darkhold. Took out the Darkland Orcs, and he's just sitting there waiting. 3 units of archers for Larition. And at this stage, we're going to change this commandment over to Tribute to the Phoenix King, because we want extra money. I know the growth is tempting, but at the moment we want extra money because we're already in the negative, and we're going to get more negative over time. We'll be able to jump out of that commandment soon and go for growth, but for now, stick with money. Okay. Now let me just show you something. Now if I go into normal stance, we can take the Black Fortress, see? And she could just come in forced march to reinforce. However, that's not actually a good idea. It seems like a good idea because you're taking his capital and you're getting rid of his Dreadquake Mortar building. That's very, very useful, but in actual fact, what you do is you set yourself up for more problems, because once you've done that, Drazhoath won't necessarily go across to the Black Fortress. He's just as likely to underway stance and start attacking your weaker settlements over here, which you can't defend, and then it turns into a really aggravating game of whack-a-mole to finish him off. You're much better off taking the chance to get rid of him early.
Destiny beckons.
So what we're going to do, we're going to come to here-ish.
High Elven Archmage.
And we're going to have her bring up the rear.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Still in encamp stance. He's not going to attack us, and if he did, we'd win. Right, that's the end of turn 8. So turn 9, it is time to declare war on Drazhoath the Ashen. Imrik's in there. Just hit encamp for the moment. Encircle, I should say. And then we'll bring her round to here in force march stance so she can reinforce and bring her life magic and some extra archers. Very, very useful to us. As you can see, all of our stuff here at Fortress of Vorag is almost entirely repaired. So, the battle. This battle is tricky, mostly because of the the durability of Drazhoath and the Infernal Castellan. However, it's very, very winnable. You just have to know the way to deal with it. And one of the main things you have to deal with is those initial volleys of the Dreadquake Mortar. I'll show you how to deal with that. Let's get into the battle. So the reason why this settlement is actually such a good place for us to deal with Drazhoath is actually a reason which looks like it's the worst place to do it, which is that it's a minor settlement battle. Now, here's the thing. Because it's a minor settlement battle, you can actually set up, ready to fight Drazhoath and his army inside, and you can just dodge the Dreadquake mortars when they come in, because they fire them off as soon as they can. So you can set up knowing that their army isn't going to attack you because they'll stay inside the settlement, waste their Dreadquake mortar shots, and then set up to attack. So I'm going to show you how to do that. This is my preferred space to attack at Darkhold. You have a kind of a Y shape here. So look for this part on the map and set up accordingly. And what you do is you will eventually, once you've dodged the Dreadquakes, you will set up these as firing lines so you can run your Dragon Princes around the side and start taking points to get balance of power while still shooting your way through the bulk of Drazhoath's army in relative safety. That's how we're going to handle this. But first thing, let's dodge those Dreadquakes. So we're going to bring the reinforcement marker to here. Group these two together and put the dragon here. This is where they're most likely to build their first tower, here or here. And we'll just use the dragon to destroy it in both locations. And then here, we are going to, let's get these out of the way actually. We're going to set up our units with a fair degree of separation so that we can move them out of the way when we see the targeting reticule. Now, the thing is here, because we've separated them, it means that even if we don't move them fast enough, we don't have to worry because they won't take that much damage anyway. Because obviously you've got to react very fast when you see the marker indicating that the Dreadquake's going to fire. There we go. That should be fine. Maybe a little bit of extra separation there. And that one there. Now I'm going to take all of these off of fire at will. I'm going to bring the Dragon Princes to here. You know, actually, I'm going to bring the dragon over here because it's not something that they'll aim at. And now what we're going to do, it's a bit awkward because obviously you've got flags and all that other stuff here that can distract the eye. Don't worry about the single entities. They won't go for that. We're just going to keep an eye out for the targeting reticule. It's not going to make for very fun watching here, guys, for the next few minutes. Let's see if you spot it before I do. Let's move these a little bit forward so they're easier to see. Let's get a fair bit of separation out there. I can see something shooting at our spearmen. That's okay. They're a low priority target. It's the archers who we need to keep alive. Just eyes open. There it is. Move them out the way. Shift your asses, lads, yeah? Looks like we're going to take some damage. Caught in the aftershock effect. That's okay. We only lost 4 guys there. That's not terrible. I'm just going to wait for this next shot to come in. Let's take a look here. Is there a tower that he can attack yet? Yes. Go and attack that tower while this is going on. Come on.
For duty. Forward.
I think we might have skipped that one entirely. There we go. Great work. Okay, job is done. Right, and just in time for the reinforcements to come in, so get them to there. Right, we're going to form up some firing squads here. Let's get these to here. Dragon Princes to there. I'm going to form up squads of 3. Take the dragon, bring him over here. Got to watch out for those hobgoblin archers, actually, before I start dealing with the tower. Like I say, squads of 3, and that'll be a squad of 2, because these guys are in forced march, so they'll be more tired, and I want to be aware of that. Right, let's start getting in position. We want to clear out this line here. Let's degroup those and get them out of the way for the moment. Now, this battle is all about triggering the army losses. It's not really about killing your way through everything, because Drazhoath and the Infernal Castellan are really tanky. Take everyone off of fire at will, make sure they're all off, except for these 2 squads here, because these are going to be our front-running squads. We want to take out ranged units with those first. So the sooner they're gone, the sooner we can move with impunity. Now, the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses and the Fire Glaives are up here. That's good news for us. We can take them out good and fast. I'm going to say let's go for the Fire Glaives first, because they're probably the better unit overall. They got more range, certainly. And then what we're going to do is kill our way through this. Okay, they've moved a little bit further back, so let's just kill the blunderbusses. Okay, they're still moving, so we'll just get our squads together. And we'll bring the hero to there. And get the Dragon Princes to there. Do you know what? Can I go for the Hobgoblin Archers first? Their range is a bigger problem. I'd really like to try and get the Firecaster over here to take advantage of this, but I don't think we're going to get the chance. So we're not going to take any chances here. We're just going to stick with the original plan and keep shooting. We'll use the magic eventually. The heals from the Life Sorceress, very advantageous for us here. Right, because they're roaming around now, I'm going to send the dragon in to deal with this tower. Obviously, I'm going to make some cuts when I'm editing this battle here, because this is very long. And that tower's going to come back in a second, so we'll move into position for that. Let's go for these blunderbusses, because they're powerful. Same over here. Get rid of the blunderbusses. Got some Chaos Dwarf warriors over here. Killing them off is obviously good for balance of power too. Right, dragon, get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to say aim for the Chaos Dwarf warriors there.
We will obey.
Now let's get our Fire Sorceress a little bit further forward. Bring these forward as well, and Life Sorceress there. And now this second squad can move forward as well. Got to be cautious with our ammo here. Right, let's go for the Cat-Eye. Okay, bring the dragon back.
Prince Imrik, ready and able. Dragon Prince.
Okay, we're going to hit those.
Archers.
Get rid of the Orc Labourers. They're very squishy.
Advance.
And then the Cat-Eye will disintegrate.
Without question. It will be done.
Let's get rid of those Chaos Dwarf Warriors. And once we've got this space clear here, we can use the Dragon Prince to bully units and also bring in some archers who can fire down on the enemy from a height advantage. The dragon can get in place ready for this tower. It's all about patience here, just clearing up enough space so that when the Dragon Princes start claiming capture points, we don't have to worry about them being intercepted by much. We do have to worry about them doing stupid stuff like charging here, though. Right, this set of units is out of ammo. Pull them back. Bring these forward. And then bring another set of reinforcements over here. One solid volley should get rid of those Orc Labourers. And now we'll bring these forward and we'll send in the Dragon Princes. Actually, hold up on that for the moment. We want to get rid of those Fireglaves first.
For order. This feels like a trap. Archers. For the Everqueen.
There we go. Tower's down. Dragon can move back. Right, now the archers can come in.
Archers.
Right, pull these back. Degrouped.
It shall be done.
And put these in the firing line. Okay, these are going to go.
Understood.
Get these right behind the Dragon Princes.
Swiftly. It will be done.
And we're going to start clearing up this line of fire here. Now we've got our spellcaster here. She can come in and start putting some spells down. Now we'll get the two-part group up here so that we can start raining fire down on the ranged units behind these blockers here, these little barricade obstructions. Right, dragon's done here. I'll get ready to take out this tower and then we'll probably go for this one over here. What we got over here? Blunderbusses. Okay, so we want to take them out hard and fast. Go, we set up a little ping pong shot there. So get to there and we'll start raining fire down on these. And now we'll put these on fire at will. But we'll aim for the blunderbusses first. Go for that tower again.
Prince Imrik. Rain death. The Light of Caledor.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, go for those blunderbusses, and you go for the hobgoblin archers. All about just target selection and making sure we use our ammo as best as possible.
As you say. This feels like a attack!
Stick a flame spell through there. Now let's send the dragon over to go and deal with that tower. Just do as much damage to these as we can. At this stage, we can start to edge forward with our troops. I'd like to get rid of that tower as well. At this stage, it might make sense to bring in the Dragon Princes. Let's get the dragon in there and follow it up with the Dragon Princes, and we'll form a little tag team. And now I'm actually going to go to the fire at will, but I've got to make sure they don't fire at Drazhoath or the hero. Get to there. Melee to there. Let's bring the life wizard forward. We just want to try and shatter these things. Okay, they've shattered. Let's go for these orc labourers. Okay, the Dragon Princes can now go and start taking that point. Right, gotta be careful, make sure they don't waste ammo going after Drazhoath or the hero. Not the best use of our ammo at this stage. I'm going to advance a little bit more there because we've got more firing range. Oh, Imrik's getting shot up a fair bit by the hero. Let's pull him back. It's fine. Of the two, I'd rather he takes the shots there because he's very tanky and we've got a life mage. Let's try and get rid of that tower, actually. That'll die very fast. Okay, we nearly shattered this lot and this point is dropping. I'm going to bring these archers round to here. Get these to here. Those to there. Actually, come over here. We'll stick a flame breath on some of these. Right, they're wasting ammo there. Don't fire at them. Flame breath on those orc labourers. Dragon Princes to here. Right, they've shattered. Get round to here, and let's start doubling up to take that point as well. And then I'm going to say, this general, come in here. My God, what is it going to take out this friggin' tower? God, these labourers just will not break. Okay, they've shattered. Go down there. And I believe we've just hit the army loss penalty. That's what it's about. Don't engage Drazhoath and the hero. They're too tanky. They'll use up too much of your ammo. You want to fight their army rather than them. Now, we've got plenty of time, so what we're going to do is get our guys back together. Let's not shoot the Dragon Princes if we could avoid that, please. Let's get these guys into the same slot because they need healing. And let's take everyone off of fire at will because we don't need to keep shooting. And we're just going to do a bit of group hugging here to heal up our single entities. And there we go. Nice and simple battle. It takes some time, but it's very easy to actually fight. It's very simple processes. Just set yourself up right, dodge the Dreadquake mortar shots. You'll do absolutely fine. And now we've taken out Drazhoath's starting army, which is the bulk of his actual physical power. Because at this stage of the campaign, they mostly recruit orc labourers and goblin labourers. Very cheap, very chaffy, very easy to kill. That means that the rest of this should be a pretty simple sweep up compared to this battle at least. There you go, and no units lost. We came very close with this one. One more death in this unit would have seen it killed off, but hey, plenty of money from that. We're going to loot and occupy. Then what we'll do is we'll take a quick look. How many units do they have? Okay, so what I'd like to do is a quick swapsy for her most damaged units for his least damaged units so that we can just replenish them a bit, because quite often what will happen is this this chaos attrition will vanish over the next turn. So,
Loyalty is all.
Draft Master for Imrik and 2 into Lightning Strike. For the Spellcaster, we go Evasion and Flamestorm. She's now looking great.
Trained by the White Tower.
This one will stick the extra point into Earthblood, of course. And for him, Hard to Hit and Blade Master. We're not going to do anything there. Our money's actually pretty reasonable now, so there's a case to be made for maybe switching over to growth, but I'm still going to hold up for just the moment. We don't want to count our chickens before they're hatched. But that's the end of turn 9, guys, and Drazhoath is very much on the back foot. Alright, turn 10, and we're into the sweep-up phase here. So we want Imrik to lead the way, coming to there.
Follow me to glory.
And we're going to have Larishion come up behind him.
Ready yourselves toward power. Beyond even.
And because recruitment's cheaper for Imrik, we're going to swap 3 units across here.
You may look upon.
And we're going to let Imrik recruit another 3 units of archers. And as you can see, there's a fair bit here. But let's see if one of them will see. This is the sort of thing you're dealing with here. Yes, there's some blunderbusses, but look at the amount of crap they've got. It's not that intimidating at all once you can actually see it, is it? End the turn. Okay, there's a dragon sighted. That's not a priority for us right now. We've got the Black Fortress right in sight, so we're going to march straight over there. Now, in this instance, it's been left unattended. Let me just encircle it for the moment. I'm going to bring Larishion over, right on top. There we go. Now, obviously, this is going to be very easy. It's an auto-resolve victory. But I'm going to show you how to fight it because they might leave an army inside. There might be reinforcements. I'll show you how to fight it because this settlement is so easy to take, guys. It is laughable. The leadership, don't give it to her. We will give it to the dragon. Yeah, let's get into the siege. Right, so the reason why this is so easy to deal with is because there's a dead spot here. Towers can't reach you here. You can't really be shot. You're in no trouble. The only tower that can really shoot you from here is one that can be built here. So you just position yourself so that this is protecting you. And you do the same thing here that you did at Darkhold. You wait out the Dreadquake Mortar. Once we've taken this place, the Dreadquake Mortar is no longer a factor.
It shall be done.
It will be done. Acknowledged.
Those to there. There and there. We'll just put these guys here out of the way. I just don't want their banners blocking my view. Anyone else missing? The dragon, yep, bring him here. Same thing. Get them to there. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to stick them over here. They don't really matter here. And our reinforcements, I want to come round to here. All right, let's get to it. We might have got away with it. We did indeed. Nice dodge, guys. Okay. We'll jump back into that spot in a second once the earthquake's finished. There's the tower I was talking about, see? There we go. Went for the spearmen. Go to there. Spearmen are the least valuable unit. Like, sooner or later, we're going to get rid of those entirely. So they did take a little bit of damage there. Doesn't especially matter. Of all the units to get hit, that's the perfect one. Right. Let's start grouping up, and I'll show you how you deal with Darkhold. Squads of 2. Like that.
Archers!
For duty! Quickly now!
Oh yeah, we're out of available groups. Okay, let's disband these because they don't especially matter. Same goes for these. They don't need to be grouped. And you know what, let's just go with a 4 and a 3 there. Actually, no, we'll stick with the 2s as planned. Because that's the way I prefer to lay it out. Because here's what we're going to do. This area here is a very narrow area from which they can counterattack you. They get very little range, and you can fire along this line here. You can also use the dragon to bully units. And what happens is, as you kill units that are over here, it'll drag more units from this side over to the east of the settlement, round to the west of the settlement, where you'll kill them as well. It's just like a cycle of murder over and over again. So you've got nothing really to worry about here. Let's get everyone lined up. There's no Dreadquake Mortar to worry about anymore, so line up, and then you just cycle all of your troops through firing while using your spellcasters if you want to, using the dragon, which you probably will want to. Let's deal with these hobgoblin archers first, and then we'll go get that tower. See, they're already bringing units across because they've recognized the danger. So the reason why I'm going with 2 units here, because obviously you've got a relatively narrow firing zone here. And there we go. There's very little I really need to show you here, guys, because this is all you need to do is just pick away at them. Here you've got their blunderbusses coming over. Makes no difference at all. I'm just going to stick these on fire at will in this instance because we don't have as many units to get through. Obviously, if there were more units inside, like there was an army inside, then I'd be a lot more cautious with my ammo. One thing you've got to watch out for is firing angles. Sometimes it won't be able to pick up the available shot. When that happens, you just use the dragon to bully them a bit. Or you come round to the side here, just outside of the firing cone, and fire that way. So I'll show you that as well while we're at it. So we come to here. Their archers do have a bit of a firing cone there, but we've got more range than they do. Got to watch out because the target selection can be dicey here. Okay, it's not going to let us. It's a bit stupid, but there you go. We're going to bring in the dragon to hit the hobgoblin archers and bring these to here. We'll just gradually coax units towards us. There's more stuff coming, so it's fine. Dragon's taken out the tower, so now we can come over and just use it to bully these a bit. They're grouped up, so I'm going to hit a flame breath on those. And then we'll charge the hobgoblin archers, which should rout them. Here we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the dragon princes in to hit the gate. One trick that you can use is once they've drawn everyone over here, if they haven't submitted yet, you can send the dragon princes around to hit this gate and get inside and start capturing points. That will normally trigger the army loss penalty if you've killed enough of them. And I believe the army loss penalty is hit. Now, obviously, I was playing that a bit differently from if you had an army inside, but as you can see, you've already seen how you take out the units as they keep stacking up, because when there's more units, they'll put even more up on the wall. Look at the amount of units that we had with ammo left. That's 2, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 units, 22 units with ammo still left in the tank. So, yeah, it's easy to take this settlement. Just use this area here to save you from the towers and take free shots at all of them. Come inside if you want to. If you don't want to, you can probably shoot them all apart anyway, because it's mostly going to be orc labourers. That's how you take the settlement, guys. And we're going to loot and occupy because we need some money. And at this stage here, I'm going to take Imrik out of there because if in the unlikely event, it's very unlikely that they besiege the settlement and then attack the army outside. I want it to be Imrik's army because obviously Imrik's army is a lot stronger. So we're going to go for full lightning strike there. And in fact, to make it even more the case, let's get rid of this and this. I'm going to get rid of those spearmen there. And Imrik can recruit another 2 units. It's very unlikely they'll do the whole besiege and attack thing, but we win regardless because we've now got heavy magic and they've got nothing but chaff. For her, we're going to get Life Bloom. For him, we're going to go Foe Seeker. And if we have a quick look at our settlements down here, public order's okay. And our money's now pretty reasonable, but I don't want to get too adventurous by changing. Do you know what? Actually, we will. Let's change this over to growth. We want to get Fortress of Vorag up to tier 3 as soon as we can. We're going to have the rebellion here at Black Fortress next turn. Let's go for growth here. Again, we're not going to bother repairing it. And the extra unit of archers that we can recruit, we'll recruit with her, even though it's a little bit more expensive. End the turn. So just to unpause for a second over the end turn, Zhao Ming's offered us a trade agreement. Payment 300 there. I think that that's worth it at this stage because we'll get 230 per turn. Acceptable. So 2 turns and we're already in profit with that. Naturally, we've got some Chaos Rebels to deal with here, so we'll just bring those outside there. These to here. Now, I am going to I'm not going to auto-resolve it. I am going to fight it manually just to minimize casualties. You could auto-resolve it if you wanted to, but I'm seeing it as an opportunity to heal my Sun Dragon as well. So we're now actually in better shape than we were before the start of that battle. We'll take that money there, and I'm going to put Laricion inside the Black Fortress, recruit her some more archers. That we will auto-resolve. And at this stage we can go straight for the Sentinels. Now, obviously, this is an easy fight. I'm going to fight it manually just to, again, keep casualties to a minimum. You can auto-resolve it if you want, though. Now, I fought that at high speed against the spellcaster, so that's the only reason why we took any damage whatsoever. We're going to loot and occupy because the rebellion does not matter to us at all. We will start repairing the Black Fortress, though, because we do have a little bit of money available. Laricion can have... Now that she's got the healing, I'm going Actually, let's give her... I hate that thing. Let's just go with Shield of Thorns.
A reckoning.
Son of the Phoenix.
Master of magic.
There you go. You've got one of Drazhoath's remaining armies there. They've got no real choice but to attack us now. Now for Imrik, let's go for Elven Healing. And for her, we'll go Magical Reserves and more into Flamestorm. got the rebellion. We can have a commandment here as well, so we're going to go with growth. And we're going to end the turn. As soon as I hit pause, something happens. Greasus Goldtooth declares what that always happens here. Don't worry about it. His faction is very, very, very pincushiony. Okay, and another Chaos Dwarf, another Ogre faction declared war on us as well. Absolutely fine. They don't matter to us at this stage. So we're going to send Imrik in to deal with this Drazhoath army and then see if Drazhoath's got anything left. I mean, look at this crap here. This is nothing to worry about here. The spellcaster will kill half of that by herself. We can auto-resolve it again. I want to minimize casualties, so I'll fight it manually, but I won't make you sit through it. What did I tell you? 477 kills for the spellcaster. Take the money. And at this stage now, can be worth your time to go and take out the trade caravan here. Because that's one thing that's great about the Black Fortress. Not only can you use it to hold off invasions from, say, the Ogre Kingdoms, Kugath, the Vampire Counts, but you can also use it to attack these trade caravans because they pass by there a lot. Now, Drazhoath has gone and captured Ruin's End. He doesn't normally do that, but, you know, it's something we can deal with relatively simply. So we're just going to rush down to here quickly.
True magic.
And this one I am going to auto-resolve because I'm in kind of a hurry to get rid of this stuff now. Take the money.
Their lives for coin. Pure magic.
And we'll declare war on these guys.
Of the heavens.
We'll take the auto-resolve there. Why muck about?
Perhaps their master values them.
Because that money's worth a lot to us at this stage. Get her inside there. 3 more units. And she is basically ready to stand on her own 2 feet. Imrik. What should we go for him? Let's get Renowned and Feared. We could use the movement range and the upkeep reduction. Extra Flamestorm for our spellcaster there.
Master mage.
Loricion can have potential energy and dwellers below. This guy can now have full plate armor.
The most gifted.
Yep, that's all fine.
Of fates.
Take a look at this. That's good. Now we're going to head west with Imrik because we want to take out Tretch Craventail. That's next on our agenda. Now, obviously, we don't want to be going into force march into Skaven territory, but also we want to make sure that we're not going to get any sort of huge surprises here. So let's come to
So be it.
there
Embrace the night.
and go into ambush stance. We should be fine from here on. Let's just send Imrik out in... Do you know, I'm not going to go full encamp stance just yet. We'll come to here, and after that we'll go into encamp stance, because Tretch is going to declare war on us soon. If he doesn't, we'll declare war on him. We're just going to take the opportunity to unlock this Dragon Quest and close the distance on Tretch. 2 more turns and we can start taking Fortress of Vorag up to tier 3. End the turn. Okay, so Goldtooth have jumped in early. They won't normally come in this early, but just in case they do, just be aware of it. He's taken the Sentinels. I'm not worried about that because Imrik does not need to come back and deal with that. Loricion can do it. Now, first thing we're going to do before we move Imrik, we're going to check to see how much threat there is down here and whether we're going to need some backup. I don't think we'll need backup there. I think that Loricion can do fine there. So we will let Imrik go to here. so we'll challenge the dragon. And now we're going to go after Tretch Craventail. Declare war. That, I think we can auto-resolve.
I always do.
Loot and occupy.
Greatest of the dragon princes.
We will give Imrik. Let's see about his other stuff here. I mean, that's pretty decent. Yeah, let's go for Caledor Incumbent. Black Fortress we can take up to tier 2. And you know what? We'll do that. Because money. And because we're going to be able to take Fortress of Vorag to tier 3 next turn, we'll change this to the Tribute to the Phoenix Kings. We've got a couple of trade deals in place now. Let's have a look at our trade, actually. Is there anyone else who we can trade with? Karakazul, we signed a non-aggression pact with them.
The dragons have authorized me.
I'm leery of doing too many trade deals with Cathay. Just because we can make more money by killing their trade caravans, and I don't want to screw my reliability by taking them out when we have trade deals with them. So yeah, we'll hold off on that for now. It's not really that big a deal for like 64 gold a turn. So we got some ogres who didn't spot an ambush. I'm thinking fight this manually because we're on hostile territory at the moment, so we won't get any replenishment. Get us door nails. Take the money because we took no casualties there at all. Imrik. Straight to Crookback Mountain. Tretch's capital. Lots of stuff in there. It seems to be a reinforcing army somewhere. Let's have a look. Where is that coming from? Oh, yeah. Couldn't quite see it there. Okay.
No, you failed. We will prevail.
Well, that's okay, because we can lightning strike it anyway if we want to. But we'll just encamp for the moment. Don't especially want to fight these guys. But I do want to fight these. So let's come down here. Do you know what? Let's attack them outside. Because there's a lot of chaff here. It's nothing in particular to worry about. There's only Drazhoath. 2 extra lords. And 1 unit of blunderbusses. 1 unit of Chaos Dwarf warriors. There's not really a lot to worry about here. Alright, for this battle we're going to set ourselves up in a corner camp because there's a lot of guys to take care of. We're going to go 9 and 7. With our archers. And have these grouped like this. Now, they'll wait before coming forward until they've got all their reinforcements. Which is fine. We're going to bring these to here. These to here. And we will start the checkerboard up. Turn these out a little bit because with this much mass I'm expecting them to try to flank. Noble can go to there. She can come forward. She can outpace basically everything they've got. fair bit of magic, but we don't want to be wasteful. We might have to do something to provoke them, though. Dwellers below is very expensive. So we'll have to go with Awakening of the Wood to try and get them to come forward. Oh no, they're going to come forward anyway. They're feeling confident. May has blessed their confidence. Got a few units coming forward ahead of the others. That's great news for us. The more of them we can smack down early, the better. I'll turn these out a little bit. Oh, you little shits. See if we can get them to come back. There we go. Let them come after us. The big green pincushions went down in a hurry. She needs to come around to here because that's a good spot for a possible dwellers below there.
I summon the winds. Destiny sends me.
I was hoping for more from that cast, not going to lie. Yeah, stay there, actually.
Archmage repositioning. Witness true magic. I am sent.
Okay, Awakening of the Woods seems a bit better.
We are your death! The winds are ours! They tremble before our power!
Okay, don't go after Drazhoath. Go after his units.
For Ulthwa! Archers
You guys come to there.
moving out!
It is my goal. Observe my radiance. My journey continues.
Right, slow them down because they're being irritating.
Orders received! It will be done! Oriole! Noble! I shall!
Magic's unleashed.
Go.
We will obey! Acknowledged!
Just
Loyal!
aim for these. There we go.
Spellcaster supreme. I go.
Get her out of there quickly.
I summon the winds.
Crookback!
Behold my power.
There we go.
Archers!
Right, let's go for these hobgoblin archers. Get rid of them.
For order!
Without hesitation.
Following orders!
And the blunderbusses. Definitely get rid of them.
Oriole! Without question! Lakoi! For Assyrian!
Weaver of the winds. Observe my radiance.
There we go. let's go for them.
Archers, we away! Battle calls!
Asher, Archmage!
It will be done. Following orders.
Archers!
Right, let's go for Yadri.
I cannot fail!
As you say. Noble. Spearmen, quickly now.
Just try and tie this guy down.
I am ready.
Right, anyone who has ammo.
Understood.
Do you know what? Actually, Drazhoath has taken a real beating, so let's go after him. He's the highest balance of power.
The winds flow through me! In Hoeth's name!
Quick time.
A prudent position! Yes!
And we'll just kite him.
For the king.
Asher, Archmage! Hoeth guides me!
Go.
I go for Ultron!
Without fail. You're in there. Advance. Spearmen.
Oh, get her away. Move, 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 move.
Archmage repositioning!
Direct me.
Send him in to fight that general. Get them out the way.
Forth.
Hoeth guides me! Destiny sends me!
Archers.
You guys head into there.
A prudent position! It is my goal!
For the greater good.
The vortex commands!
Understood.
Okay,
Without fail.
let's form up the guys who have ammo still.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, Drazhoath's down.
King. Noble. The king. Forward. As you say. Archers.
Without question!
Now we'll aim for those orc labourers there.
Without fail. Without question.
It shall be done! Ancestors!
And for the hero there.
Noble.
Actually, it's a general, not a hero.
Loyal. Archers. Defenders of order. Awaiting orders.
Master of sorcery!
Battle calls.
We will obey!
Just mob them out.
For the Ever Queen. Finish them. Archers.
We will obey!
It is destiny!
It shall be done. Kill them without fail. All for them. Right away. Lacoy.
And there's the army losses. We just had to mob them down. Yeah, I thought the Dwellers Below was actually really disappointing there, and Awakening of the Wood did better. Sadly, we don't have any magic for healing. But yeah, that's a lesson learned for next time. Just stick with Awakening of the Wood. Pyrrhic Victory, that'll do. Okay, so in this instance, we're going to take the replenishment.
Beings deserve. Elven Archmage.
And we can do this as a decisive victory. I want to take the opportunity to heal up, though, because we can heal these guys. So we will fight it manually. You don't need to see it. Now, this part's important. We want to wipe out the Legion of Asgore, but we don't actually want to hold this settlement here. And I'll explain why in a second. But we're going to raise this for exactly that reason. And at this stage, we can actually confederate with Caledor if we want to. I am going to choose to do that. We do have the influence, so we'll do that. Now, the reason why I raised it is because if you take it, you immediately draw the attention of Kugath Plaguefather. He will declare war on you. The same pretty much always goes for Helm Gorst as well. It's just a bloody headache that you don't need. So in this instance, I've chosen to raise it. Normally, you don't need to actually take this at all because, in my experience, Drazhoath doesn't really come down here that often. It's usually just this ogre faction here, and you can sack it and use it basically as free money. Just show up and sack it every few turns or so. For this one, we're going to go Magical Reserves. Let's go for Regrowth, because I really wasn't pleased with the... Oh, well, do you know what? Maybe the Dwellers Below will be worth it when it costs less. There we go. And Magical Reserves. And this hero here. Full plate armor. For our research, let's go for... makes very little difference. Let's go for Trumpeters. That's all fine. Let's come across to here. So we've got another army here. We'll just leave them inside. Don't especially want spearmen, so we'll get rid of those for a little cost saving, but we do want that. We do want the archers. We've got Torsethi still. We'll get rid of that building there because it's not really worth it. And we'll get some more archers just to help defend this territory. Let's try and get a deal in place with Etain. That's good.
Very well.
And Illyrion.
The majesty of the Phoenix Court. Now to business.
Actually, do you know what? I don't care about the military access. We'll get that later.
Most astute.
Avalorn. She will trade with us. That's good.
The time is now. Give the word. I bid you welcome to the court of
Kothic won't.
Prince.
I'm guessing Yvrest won't because Eltharion is a colossal dick. Karakazul, how do you feel about us now? Not too fast.
I have only...
Alright, that's helped our finances quite a lot. We'll come back over here. And we're going to fight Tretch. Now, obviously, we could have just taken that army out if I'd taken the time to look at it, but it doesn't make any difference because this, again, is a settlement that is really easy to take. So I'm going to show you how to do that one as well. We will go for the lightning strike here just to freeze these guys out, actually. Just save ourselves a bit of ammo. Let's go to it. All right, so this map, the trick is that there is a dead spot over here where the towers don't hit. So let's take all of these off of fire at will. We're going to form up squads of 2. 2 units, of course. Not 2 archers, that would be stupid. We're just going to blob them up over here where they can't be shot and where they can ride out the menace belows. And then we're going to have these guys over here to help deal with those menace belows. Let's actually group these squads now. And what we'll do is we'll just stand here, and anytime a menace below shows up, we will just hit it with the hero, Imrik, the dragon princes, and the dragon itself, and thereby we'll just rout it really quickly. It's going to be quite dull for the opening, but I'll cut it out because once you've seen the first part of it, so we'll just group these guys. Go into high speed. Slow it down. There we go. Just jump in on those. And they'll rout basically instantly. And just keep doing that over and over again. There should be 6 Menace Belows, I believe, here. But we'll just get rid of them. Once they've all run out, we're fine. Okay, let's start pulling our squads together. Get them in a kind of loose running order here.
Setting forth. We away. Loyal for Northern.
So we can just progressively force the AI to start to group up so we can shoot them all. I'm not going to show you all of this battle, of course. You know how to fight this kind of thing. I want the spellcaster to come over here. We're not going to use her magic just yet because, well, we want them to blob up more than this. Put it that way. We can get good kills here, but if we can get them to blob up in this area by breaking the gates open and starting to shoot things up on the walls, then they will blob up a hell of a lot more, and her spells will absolutely devastate them. So we're just going to put her there, and we'll put Imrik alongside her as a bodyguard. Obviously, we've got the dragon to help out as well. If we get these off of the walls, that makes the rest of the battle a lot easier. Just because we've got freedom of movement. At least for the moment, anyway. I don't want to send the dragon in there because those are heroes up there and they'll beat the crap out of it. Gradually wearing these down. Now with that done, let's get the dragon princes to go and break down the gates.
It will be done. Assyrian
Bring these round to here because we can now start shooting at some infantry. Okay, get the dragon princes over to here. Take that all the way back there. These are next in the queue. Okay, units come up here. It's just about using our ammo and our magic as best we can. Now, if I come in here, this should make them react and move about a bit more. Might even bring a hero down off the walls. Here we go. Here comes some wolf rats. Anyway, you've seen more or less what it is that I'm going to do here, so I'm going to skip in and out of this battle in terms of the recording, because you don't need to see everything here. Okay, what's that? Is that a general? Okay, we've got to be careful here because that general might have magic. Pull them back.
Behold the majestic.
Okay, so he's wasted it on Howling Warp Gale. That was what I was hoping for when I moved the dragon forward. Rather than using, what's it called? Warp Lightning. Oh, we just got hit with a spell. Gonna have the dragon just stand there where he can't be shot by any friendly fire. Oh, that magic, Jesus Christ. See, the thing is, because they've got heroes here, 3 of them, I don't especially want to get Imrik or the dragon involved in any melee.
It shall be done.
From the sky, ceiling.
We will obey. Pull back.
God, you can't even move in time.
Quickly now. Following orders. Now, ancestors, lock on.
Alright, let's try taking this guy out. It's annoying trying to ping a general from this kind of distance. Oh, Jesus Christ. That spell is so spammy. Well, he's almost dead, so that's good. Let's just stick a flamestorm on here, start to do them a bit of damage, see if we can get them to move. How many kills did she get with that? Nah, it's pretty mediocre. Right, let's try and get that unit to shatter. Gotta watch out for those wolf rats. They're very they're... No, we can't reach it in time. Okay, they've got some units coming in to blob up. So, dragon out. Spell girl in.
Scython, hear me!
Advance.
Okay, let's see how that's getting on. Pretty good. Better than the last one. Got rid of the Night Runners. That's good because that's a strong unit for taking out things like the dragon. Stops us from using it to bully units out of the battle. Got enough for 4 more casts of Flamestorm, so we want to make them count. Come around to here. Let's get our angle on these. Want everyone firing. This unit isn't for some reason. I'll bring them to there. And get the dragon to come over here and hit them. No, that's right by the heroes. God, it's annoying when they do that. Because these guys are so OP in melee. Right, we're going to send the spellcaster in again. Or for that matter, let's send the spellcaster and Imrik in. See if that makes them move a bit. Okay, they're gathering over here. That suits us down to the ground, because if they can blob up here, we'll hit them with a flame breath. Get over here. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Ah, they're splitting up a bit. But this still looks like it could be good. So he's on 150 kills now. Right, so that looks to me like we've got another good flame breath coming there. Want to aim for. Got to pick the right unit that's right in the middle of it. Go for there. Not amazing. It's really hard to pick out the right unit in those situations. But as you can see, everything's now gathered up there like I was hoping. Which means we've got a chance to run up there with the spellcaster and put a flamestorm on them.
It will be done.
So let's get her in play.
Serve the king. Move.
Get out of the way of the firing line.
Ulfwan mage.
Okay.
Duty call.
Oh shit, here comes a hero.
Dragon
Oh no, he's gone up into the gone up onto the walls. That's okay. Right, she needs to get up here because this is too good an opportunity to waste. I might even overcast it. Don't really need to though, to be fair, with Flamestorm. Right, get her out. How did she do with that cast? She's going to break 600. She might break 700 here. She has broken 700. There we go. Turn around, start shooting at this unit here. That's a good opportunity. We'll go and do that again because they look like they're sticking. Barely even need to shoot at that unit there because it looks like they're going to join the blob.
Glory is mine.
There we go. How many more casts does she have? She's got 2 more Flamestorm casts in, so let's get her in there. Imrika's bodyguard.
Dragon Tamer! Behold the majestic!
Out we go. Let's hit these. There you go. Look at all those white flags going up.
Behold as I march! Thor sends me!
Right, the heroes are coming down from the looks of it.
For all Caledor! Sent by the forge!
How many kills has she got now? 850 plus. Okay. And she's got 1 more cast left, and they look like they're still queuing up here. That is their favourite place to queue up, guys, so save your magic for when they do it. Provoke them into doing it. Okay, it looks like they're all heading up in that direction now, which means we can then move our archers in here to create a firing line.
I will claim it!
I don't want to make them all start moving just yet, but that's perfect. Okay. She needs to drop that Flamestorm on there and then get out. She should break 1,000 kills here.
A glorious challenge! Taking position!
Oh, easily breaking 1,000. Easily breaking 1,000. Okay, you've got the heroes there. It looks like they're not obviously affected by it. But that is fine because we're doing the bounce of power damage that we need to be doing. Let's shoot these. Go back into high speed now. We can't be far away from the army loss penalty. We've done a lot of damage to them. And we've breached their gates. Right, we'll route these.
Understood! Dragon Prince!
Now these will stay here. These guys will come inside.
Moving out! Forward! Fury of the Forge God! It is done!
Route this unit. And this unit. And that's the army loss penalty. There you go. That was enough there. And look how much ammo we've still got left over. Job done. Hyper cautious, but we've got battles to fight after this. 1,274 kills for our spellcaster. And we've got Tretch Craventail's capital loot and occupy. Get rid of this building here. We will go for growth again. Yeah, we will repair that at this stage. Our money situation is actually not bad anymore.
You may look upon me.
Imrik. Let's have a look and see which one we want to go with here. Or we could boost these, actually. Dedicated to Vol. Let's have a look here. Reduced upkeep for Dragon Princes. We'll hold off on that one for the moment. Yeah, we'll go for Vol's armaments. And then, rest aren't amazing at this stage. He does have his dragon now, though, so that's good. Let's get that because we've got dragons and dragon princes. And for her, we're going to put one into Arcane Conduit, one into Piercing Bolts of Burning, which would have been a really useful spell to have in that particular battle. And the Fortress of Vorag, we will start building up to tier 3. Okay. Now, over the end turn, Goldtooth took Darkhold. Doesn't matter. We didn't invest anything there. But now we are going to go for Mount Silverspear. I'm just going to water resolve that. I'm going to say occupy it. There's not really a lot of money to be had from that. There is due to be a rebellion here. That's okay. Let's go for public order there. Get rid of this building because it's worthless to us. I don't like cavalry that much. Let's head over to here, and we look like we're in pretty good shape for holding on to this territory here, with the exception of Avathir. Get a growth building in here to help build up Vol's Anvil. Now we've got a commandment. Go for growth. Caledor, that's where I had the commandment. I completely forgot about Caledor. Let's go for the income from trade tariffs, because that makes a big difference to our money now. There's going to be a rebellion at Desolation of Asgore. We knew that was coming, because we've only just taken it. Tretch is coming down here. We're going to rush back to Crookback Mountain because that's where it's going to happen. Speed that up a little bit. And we've got ogres coming to attack Black Fortress. We'll step inside. And now we'll end that turn. Okay, so he's besieged Ashridge Mountains. That doesn't really matter to us. I have no idea why he's besieged it rather than just taking it. Let's see how many settlements Tretch has left. So we've taken 3 from him. He's got 1 left. Where is that likely to be? Not that it particularly matters, because we've beaten his ass down and taken his capital. That's the main thing we needed to do.
The dragon strikes, warrior supreme. Let us wake the dragon.
That's gone. Wow, that auto-resolve was horrendous. Did you see that? The number of casualties we took.
Sent forth by Vor.
Don't want to risk being hit with an ambush by the Skaven, so I'm going to go into encamped stance there. There's going to be a rebellion at Fortress of Vorag soon-ish.
Weaver of spells. Hoeth sends us.
Showing decisive victory here. I see no reason not to take that auto-resolve.
I claim
Just
it for
occupy.
Trained by the White Tower.
Go for public order there.
Fates.
For her, I think it's time to start getting her towards Lightning Strike. And then for him, yeah, we'll go for Knowledge of High Elf Affairs. So we're on turn 19. Got to get Darkhold back. We've got to find Tretch wherever it is that he's hiding away, but we can easily flush him out because we've taken his capital. I don't want to spend anything at Mount Greyhag or Silver Spear yet. Do you want to flush them out of the south first, and then we'll come for them? Piercing bolts are burning. Let's have a look, actually. The high place. I think he's at Black Iron Mine. That's where he is. Yeah, we can get him. That's not a problem at all. That bound piercing bolts of burning spell, we will definitely get that because that's super useful. End the turn there. Okay, so there's a trade caravan here. I don't think that's one that we have relations with. Dissenter Lords of Jinshen. They'd like to have relations with us. Who wouldn't? We're lovely. But that basically means that is a Chinese takeaway for us. So let's go and attack it.
I am there.
We'll take that auto.
Assyrian protects.
Take the money as well. Finances are looking good.
The most gifted.
She jumps in there.
The dragon shall wake.
Again, we're staying in camp stats because I can afford to lose Ashridge Mountains. That's fine. It's everything else that's more of a problem. Let's go for... none of this particularly matters. We'll go for cartridge ammunition. I'm more likely to be using Eagle Claw bolt throwers than anything else here. Still no sign of anyone coming to bother us from
Do not tarry. Students
the
or
Vampire
teachers.
Coast here.
Scholar
I'll rush up here to defend this.
magic.
And for him, let's go Ward of Loic. He's got his Great Eagle and his Ithelmar Chariot. Of the two, I would rather have him on the Eagle. Yep, that's fine. He's on the Eagle. And she... I'm going to say Looter because she'll make more money from that overall because she's not going to do much recruiting. She's got an army that will suit her for the job that I want her to do. Rebellion due here. We'll deal with it.
Beg me for mercy, and I will consider a swift death.
My ancestors approve.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We just stole a ton of money off them and then they're like, hey, bro, do you want some peace? Totally, I want some peace, having already stolen your money.
Pride of Ulster.
So now I'll come down to here in the encamp stance and we should be able to get to that next turn. Got a Dark Elf Rebellion here. That's okay.
I
Ooh.
bring Azurian's fire.
Yeah, it's more money. Can't leave that alone.
Magic in purest form. Perhaps their master values them.
See, I want to take this army over to hit Darkhold, but they keep giving me free money.
Fortress of magic.
And I'm a greedy guy. I like free money.
Master of magic.
Looter. For him, we will go Blade Shield. Going to be a rebellion here next turn.
Azurian's fire.
2 more units of archers. Yep. So Tretch finally attacked this settlement. That is actually good. I want him to occupy it. He didn't. What a dick. So to update you on the end turn, the rebels attacked here on Ulth 1 and we killed them off. That's good. Let's give her something. Oh, she's a metal wizard. Cool. Double Gehenna's Golden Hounds then. Then we'll come over here. Goldtooth also offered us peace and some beastmen declared war on us. Whoop-de-fucking-do, quite frankly. We'll take Darkhold back and then we'll make peace with them. Goldtooth, that is. The beastmen can go fuck themselves.
Summary execution.
Yeah, that army's now going to run. I'm going to step inside Ashridge Mountains. We'll come out and deal with this next turn. But we've basically got our foot on Tretch's throat. Let's repair this. And let's start putting walls up at Fortress of Vorag. And this turn,
I tire of you already.
we'll do a deal with Alariel. Why not? We caught Tretch's army in underway stance. Perfect. Okay.
Master of magic.
There's a plague here, but we want to get this territory back.
Guide us. They will
Occupy.
know the teachings of Templars.
Now let's go into diplomacy. And Goldtooth really want peace with us. That's even more than they were offering before. We could even squeeze the non-aggression pact out of them, but who the hell cares? Just take the peace. They're basically just food and money to us. And now I'm going to come over here. Auto that. Money again. I'm going to force march inside Fortress of Vorag. And guys, I think that's basically all you need to know. So let's summarize what we've actually accomplished here then. So we've taken Imrik's entire home province. We've wiped out Drazhoath the Ashen. We've taken all of his province. We've reduced Tretch Craventail down to 1 settlement that he has left, which I believe is Black Iron Mine. He's going to be easy to wipe out. We've subdued Goldtooth and made them make peace with us, even though they attacked us first. And we've avoided the attention of Kugath Plaguefather and Helman Gorst. Oh, and we've also confederated Caledor, and we've got pretty solid control of it. We've got no reason to worry here. Let's get them some archers just to underscore the point. So really, after 23 turns, we're doing great. This is not such a hard campaign after all, is it, guys? Once you know what you're doing. So, I'm hoping you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps you with your future Imrik campaigns. If you have enjoyed it and it does help you, or you think it might help you in the future, I'd appreciate you subscribing, hitting like, and joining me in the next video when I'll take on another legendary lord to help you out with that too. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I appreciate it.